I still see your face.
Do you only still see my face?
Yeah,
So you don't see words here.
yeah.
Why? Why would it do
Oh,
this?
I see it now.
Oh, good. Okay, good. Okay, fantastic. And now I'm going to show you. Will you read this for me? We're going to read the passage and then we're going to answer the questions that follow. Right.
Okay.
Okay.
William Henry Perkins, the man who invented synthetic
Invented
dyes,
synthetic dyes.
synthetic, synthetic dyes. William Henry Perkins was born on March 12, 1838 in London, England. As a boy, Perkins, uh,
Curiosity.
uh, can you read it for me?
Yes. Perkins' curiosity prompted early interests in the arts, sciences, photography, and engineering. But it was a chance stumbling upon a run-down yet functional laboratory in his late grandfather's home that solidified the young man's enthusiasm for chemistry. As a student at the City of London School, Perkin became immersed in the study of chemistry. His talent and devotion to the subject were perceived by his teacher, Thomas Hall, who encouraged him to attend a series of lectures given by the eminent scientist Michael Faraday at the Royal Institution. Those speeches fired the young chemist's enthusiasm further, but he later went on to attend the the Royal College of Chemistry, which he succeeded in entering in 1853 at the age of 15. At the time of Perkins' enrollment, the Royal College of Chemistry was headed by the noted German chemist August Wilhelm Hofmann. Perkins' scientific gifts soon caught Hofmann's attention, and within 2 years, he became Hofmann's youngest assistant. Not long after that, Perkin made the scientific breakthrough that would bring him both fame and fortune. Sorry, I'm just scrolling up again. At the time, quinine was the only viable medical treatment for malaria. The drug is derived from the bark of the cinchona tree, native to South America, and by 1856, demand for the drug was surpassing the available supply. Thus, when Hoffman made some passing comments about the desirability of a synthetic substitute for quinine, it was unsurprising that his star pupil was moved to take up the challenge. During his vacation in 1856, Perkins spent his time in the laboratory on the top floor of his family's house. He was attempting to manufacture quinine from aniline, an inexpensive and readily available coal tar waste product. Despite his best efforts, however, he did not end up with quinine. Instead, he produced a mysterious dark sludge. Luckily, Perkins' scientific training and nature prompted him to investigate the substance further. Incorporating potassium dichromate and alcohol into the aniline at various stages of the experimental process, he finally produced a deep purple solution, and providing the truth of the famous scientist Louis Pasteur's words, "Chance favors only the prepared mind." Perkins saw the potential of his unexpected find. Historically, textile dyes were made from such natural sources of plants and animal excretions. Some of these were difficult to obtain and outrageously expensive. Instead, the purple color extracted from a snail was one so costly that in society at the time only the rich could afford it. Further, natural dyes tend to be muddy in hue and fade quickly. It was against his background that Perkins' discovery was made. It was against this backdrop that Perkins' discovery was made. Perkin quickly grasped that his purple solution could be used to color fabric, thus making it the world's first synthetic dye. Realizing the importance of this breakthrough, he lost no time in patenting it. But perhaps the most fascinating of all, Perkins's reaction to his find was his nearly instant recognition that the new dye had commercial possibilities. Perkin originally named his dye Tyrian purple, but it later became commonly known as mauve, from the French for the plant used to make the color violet. He asked advice of Scottish dye works owner Robert Puller, who assured him that the manufacturing the dye would be well worth it if the color remained fast, meaning it would not fade, and the cost was relatively low. So over the fierce objections of his mentor Hoffman, he left college to give birth to the modern chemical industry. With the help of his father and brother, Perkins set up a factory not far from London, utilizing the cheap and plentiful coal tar that was an almost unlimited byproduct of London's gas street lighting. The dye works began producing the world's first synthetically dyed material in 1857. The company received a commercial boost from the Empress Eugenie of France. When she decided the new color flattered her, very soon mauve was the necessary shade for all. Sorry. Can you read the rest for me? Can you unmute yourself and read the rest for me, please?
Perkin went back to the drawing board. A spoken frame was a cheese and fortune. Ushered by his first discovery, the chemist continued his research. Among other dyes he developed and introduced were aniline, red,
Oh, these words are very difficult. Are we rather going to go to the questions and then we just find the answers when we have the questions? Okay, so I'm going with it's true and false questions, okay? Okay, so we're going to read question 1, and then we're going to say if the question is true or false, or if it has not been given in the context, okay? So can you read question 1 for me, and then we decide if it's true or false?
Charles Faraday was the first person to recognize Perkins' ability as a student of chemistry.
Michael Faraday was the first person to recognize. And we read about Faraday up here. His name did come up. And was he the first person? So Faraday's name is here. There we go. Michael Faraday at the Royal Institution, who encouraged, Thomas Hall, who encouraged him to attend a series of lectures given by the eminent scientist Michael Faraday. Is the answer yes or no, true or false? Did Faraday see his potential first?
That's false.
It is false, yes. Because Thomas Hall saw it first. So this one is false. Good job. And number 2. Can you read question number 2 for me?
Can you read this one?
Michael
Okay.
Michael Faraday.
suggests Perkins should enroll in the Royal College of Chemistry.
Michael Faraday suggested Perkin should enroll in the Royal College of Chemistry. Are we going to go and have a look-see? We're going to go look.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, you may ask me a question.
What does enroll mean?
Enrollment means, was Michael Faraday the first person to tell Perkin to go and sign up? So it either means sign up, or it means to see if he can get a spot in that school. Enrollment means to get into a place, but you have to sign up with a form. So there we go. Where is Faraday's name again? It's a little bit more up. Faraday at the Royal Institution. Those speeches fired the young chemist's enthusiasm further, and he later went on to attend the Royal College of Chemistry, which he succeeded in entering at the age of 15. So did Faraday tell him to enroll in the school?
Is not given.
Faraday didn't tell him to enroll. Faraday gave him a lot of good speeches, but it was because of the speeches that he enrolled, not because Faraday told him to. So what's the answer to this one?
Is not given.
Yes, it's not given. The information is not given. Okay. And question number 3.
Number 3. Perkins employed August Wilhelm Hoffman as his assistant.
August Wilhelm Hoffman was a professor at his one school. So did Perkin employ him, or was he just a teacher? Do you want me to go show you in the context?
Yeah.
Okay. At the time of Perkins' enrollment, the Royal College of Chemistry was headed by the noted German chemist August Wilhelm Hoffman. Perkins' scientific gifts soon caught Hoffman's attention, and within 2 years, he became Hoffman's youngest assistant. So was Hoffman Perkins' assistant, or was Perkins Hoffman's assistant?
Is true.
So the context says that August Wilhelm Hoffman was the professor. Okay, so he was the professor. Let me just draw the line there. This man, August Hoffman, was the professor.
Yeah.
We're going to write it here at the bottom. He was the professor. That's too many F's, sorry. Professor. And Perkin was the student. So Perkin couldn't hire August Wilhelm Hoffman as his assistant because he was only a student himself. So who so in the context, it says that August Wilhelm Hoffman employed Perkin. So this answer is?
It's false.
It is false. There we go. Perkin was still young. Can you read this one? Perkin was still young.
Perkins was still young when he made the discovery that made him rich and famous.
Is that true or false?
I think
Remember,
it's true.
yes, he created synthetic dyes when he was very young. And number 5.
The trees from which
Quinine
quinine is derived grow only in South America.
Quinine is the medication for malaria. And it was only made from the bark from the trees that grew where?
Is not given.
It is actually given. Let me go show you. Oh, sorry. I need to put my mouse back on. There we go. Where does it say quinine? This side. There we go. At the time, quinine was only viable. The drug is derived from, can you read here for me? The drug is derived.
The drug is derived from the bark of the
Cinchona
cinchona tree native to South America. But that means not only in South America.
It's only native to South America, so it grows only there at that moment. For all they knew, they didn't know if it grows anywhere else. So the
So
answer
that
is,
is true.
excuse me?
It's true.
Yes, it is true. There we go. And Perkin, number 6.
Number six, Perkin hopes to manufacture a drug from the coal waste product.
From coal tar waste product. Is that what he wanted to do? Perkin tried to make a drug for malaria, right? Do you remember?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me just quickly pause. Oopsie. Okay, true. And then last one. Okay. So I'm just going to quickly save this one and then we're going to go to the next. All right, next one.
Number seven,
Oh, is there
Perkin
number
was
7? Oops, sorry.
yeah.
Oh, there is a number 7. Sorry. Can you read number 7 for me quickly?
Okay. Number seven, Perkin was inspired by the discoveries
Inspired.
of the scientist Louis Pasteur.
Louis Pasteur. Let's see. I don't see Louis Pasteur's name here. So do you think it was given or do you think it is false?
I think if we cannot see his name, it will be not given.
It is not given. Good. Answer here, not given. There we go. Sorry, I didn't even see there was a number 7. Okay, then we're going to the next page. There we go. Choose no more than 2 words from the passage for each answer. Write the answers in boxes 8 to 13. Okay, can you read question 8 for me?
Question 8. Before Perkins' discovery, with what group in society was the color purple uh, associated?
With what group in society was the color purple associated? You want to go up and let's see?
Yeah.
Maybe I should make it 2 pages next to each other so that we can see better. There we go. Now I just have to zoom in a little bit so that we can read the words. With what society was the color purple associated with? Was it the rich people or the poor people? Was it people that could afford it or people that couldn't afford it? It says here, Empress Eugenie of France. The company received a commercial boost from the Empress Eugenie of France when she decided the new color flattered her. Very soon, the new color mauve was the necessary shade for all the fashionable ladies in that country. Not to be outdone, England's queen also appeared in public wearing a mauve gown. So it was the Society of the Royals. Where's your screen? There we go. There we go. So who was associated with wearing the color purple? Tao. Who wore the color
Yeah.
purple? Her name was Empress Eugenie.
Empress Eugenie.
Empress Eugenie. So it was the royals. Oops. Eugenie. It was the royals. Can you read number 9 for me?
Number 9. While pushing through the Perkin immediately understand that his new diehard. Can you
What
go up?
potential did Perkin immediately understand that his new die had? Going up for you so that you can find the information. So he's on this side. It should be on this side. Perkin quickly grasped that his purple solution on this side. To realizing the importance of this breakthrough, he lost no time in patterning it. But perhaps the most fascinating of all, Perkins' reaction to his find was nearly instant recognition that his new die had commercial possibilities, meaning it could be used by the whole country. So what's the answer here? His new die had commercial possibilities. Can you say those words?
Possibility.
Commercial possibilities. There we go. I'll just move that up a little bit. There we go. Because it can be used for every day.
Yeah.
Okay, and then question number 10. Can you read question number 10 for me?
Number 10. What was the name finally used to refer the first color Perkin invented?
What was the color? It starts with a